7323.
Your certified AAA service center and hometown towing.
Visit them online at HewittTire.com.
On Airport Road in Panama City.
850-769-7323. Hewitt Tire and Auto Center and Hometown Towing.
Need a tow? Call Billy at Hometown Towing, 850-265-1562.
Are you tired of hearing 2 weeks when you call to get your boat worked on? Hey folks, it's Chris Kramer with Kramer Marine and Outdoor, and we'll get you in and back out on the water as quick as possible. We're a full-line Yamaha outboard dealer and Suzuki outboard dealer, and we have master-trained certified mechanics on site. So if it's just an annual service, electronics install, trolling motor install, or all the way up to a full repower, we can take care of you. So stop by and see us in the corner of Frankfurt and 23rd next to Bill Kramer GM, or call us at 850-851-0453.
Is beginning to look a lot like Christmas everywhere you go, especially at that boot store. This Christmas, make it a memorable one by selecting Western wear for the entire family, from the largest to the smallest member, at affordable prices. For that hard-working person on your Christmas list, what better gift than Carhartt work clothes? Don't know what to select? How about a gift certificate from that boot store? Open Tuesday through Thursday, 9 till 5. Friday and Saturday, 9 till 5:30. Next to Bill Bird Kia, 15th Street, Panama City. That boot store where God is good all the time.
I spray and scrub, but the soap scum in my bathtub is still there.
I spray and scrub, but the burnt sauce on my stovetop sticks around.
Sprays can leave grime behind, but Mr. Clean Ultra Foamy Magic Eraser combines the scrubbing power of an eraser with the cleaning power of Dawn to melt away tough messes on contact.
Just wet, squeeze, and erase.
Stop spraying, start erasing, and clean with more magic than ever with Ultra Foamy Magic Eraser.
Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean.
Where do my friends and other students find their voice? We find our voice through the performing arts, along with millions of other high school students. By expressing yourself in a role on stage, through an instrument, or at the debate podium, the performing arts give us freedom to find ourselves, to find our place. The stage is where I can play, perform, and compete with my friends.
Performing arts in your school is where creativity meets courage. Encourage the students in your life to find their voice through the performing arts. This message presented by the NFHS, where we encourage all students to play, perform, and compete together.
WGSX Lynn Haven, WVLQ Port St. Joe. Powered by Panama City Toyota. ESPN Northwest Florida. It's the next evolution of sports talk radio. The biggest stories and the biggest reactions.
Now.
And now, we're taking...
With the first pick.
It's the last ball you gotta bet. The Inside Drive. From college to the pros. Interviews with the newsmakers, sports betting, your phone calls, and more. And now, The Inside Drive with Ryan Mulvey. Broadcasting from the Bill Kramer Chevrolet Buick GMC and Kramer Marine Outdoor Studios on ESPN Northwest Florida.
On the 12th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 12 drummers drumming, 11 pipers piping, 10 lords a-leaping, 9 ladies dancing, 8 maids a-milking, 7 swans a-swimming, 6 geese a-laying, 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree.
You just went right to the 12th day. You didn't even go 1 through 12. You just said, we're going right to the top. We're going to the 12th.
I can't breathe.
You need to do some yogging.
What is that?
Yeah, exactly. But yes, it's Fun Friday. We told you he was going to be playing Christmas music to get you going here on this Fun Friday. You're listening to the Inside Drive live here on ESPN Northwest Florida 104.3. in Panama City and Panama City Beach, 101.9 down there in Port St. Joe. Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Make sure you like, follow, comment, subscribe, share, do whatever you want on those social channels. All you got to do is search up ESPN Northwest Florida to find them. And, of course, Jay, maybe you can find it in a pear tree. I don't know, but where can you download that free mobile app?
On the Google Play or Apple Store.
There you go. All you got to do is search up 104.3. It'll pop up there on your phone. You can take it wherever you want to go to listen to ESPN Northwest Florida. Our 3 great local shows, the Coach James Hale Show from 7 to 9, the Inside Drive right here from 11 to 1, and then, of course, the Afternoon Underdogs from 4 to 6 p.m., all here in the beautiful Central Time Zone. And then, of course, if you're mad at YouTube TV like everybody else is, basically in the last 4 years, they've doubled their price, thanks to YouTube TV. We've got a solution, Jay.
You can cheat on YouTube TV if you want to.
You can.
Yeah.
Is it cheating, or is it just making a better decision?
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe hand in hand. I don't know. But anyway, just head over to ESPNPC.com. Scroll down until you see that Lucid Streams TV channel icon. Follow the prompts to sign up. $41.99 a month, which is about what YouTube TV started with 4 or 5 years ago. YouTube TV, I can throw shade at you because I've been paying you, and I'm about to make the move myself.
There you go.
But, yeah, Lucid Streams TV, over 10,000 movies on demand. If you're a movie buff, you can't beat that. If you just want to watch every sporting event and every channel out there, all the different regional sports networks, ESPN+, NFL Red Zone, whatever it may be, it is on Lucid Streams TV. Again, you can find that at ESPNPC.com. Jay Henley.
Yes, sir.
Friday the 13th.
It is.
Man. It is indeed. Last one of the year.
Yeah. Yeah.
One way or the other.
That's right.
One way or the other. I'm assuming you didn't watch any of that Thursday night football game last night.
I did not.
Especially when you come in and the first thing you ask me is, did you guys win last night? No, we didn't. We didn't. I've got some rants about last night's game.
I can't wait.
We'll start with Deebo Samuel.
Okay.
You know, there's been some drama leading up to this week's game where he's been talking about, you know, he'd play better if he got the ball more often. Well, guess what? The Niners tried to force feed him last night, and he played terribly, including a very crucial dropped catch that was just dotted right into him. He had all this space in front of him, and he drops it. It was on a 3rd and 10. The game was tied 3-3 at the time. I was not happy with his with that at the time. And I probably wouldn't be as critical if he hadn't been just, you know, saying all this stuff leading up to the game and saying he's not getting the ball enough. Well, he got a lot of targets last night, and I think he had 13 total receiving yards and, only 3 total rushing yards. So, Deebo, either put up or shut up, man. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. And then, of course, just the kind of the way our season's been going this year is Lavondre Campbell decided that he did not want to go into the football game and didn't want to play and just walked off the field. Dre Greenlaw, it was back yesterday, so obviously he got the start. Campbell we signed earlier this year to basically replace Greenlaw, who was healing up from that Achilles tear in the Super Bowl last year. Well, and I guess, I don't know what happened. And Dre did not play much late in the game because he hadn't played since the Super Bowl last year. So, and he was playing great, and then I guess Campbell's just, he didn't want to go in the game. He said he didn't want to, and the Niners players were certainly not happy with that decision. But Kyle Shanahan in the press conference after the game basically said he didn't want to play today. 49ers head coach Kyle Shanahan on linebacker Devondre Campbell when asked to replace Dre Greenlaw. Shanahan was non-committal when asked if the team would release Campbell. What would you do, Jay?
Put him in timeout.
Timeout? Mm-hmm. Or are you cutting him? I'm cutting him.
Yeah, or cutting. Yeah. I mean, that's probably, yeah. Yep.
I mean, it's such a selfish thing to do.
Right.
You get paid a lot of money to play in the NFL. Not as much as Major League Baseball, but and then he asked if the team would release Campbell, and Shanahan said, I don't know, we'll figure out something. And then George Kittle was very vocal about what happened. It was obviously a huge distraction. Late in the game, it was still close. I mean, the Niners had multiple opportunities to go down late in the game and either tie it up or even, in fact, take the lead with 12-6 being the final score. It was a field goal fest yesterday. And then Charvarius Ward, Mooney Ward, was also asked about the decision for Campbell not to play, and he said it was a selfish decision, and it certainly hurt the team, and he's probably going to get cut. But you just don't see that happen, really. I mean, you saw it with Antonio Brown walking off the field, but Antonio Brown was, I think he's upstairs is a little messed up for him, so who really knows? And maybe Campbell, I don't know. It's a physical game. But one thing I do need to start paying more attention to, and I always do. I always after the fact, like once the game starts, I'm like, I need to look at the weather before making betting decisions. I didn't know it was going to be cold and rainy in the game yesterday. Obviously, that affects things when you're talking about trying to bet these props, which we talked a lot about props yesterday, Jay. And we're going to talk about the results of those props. But also, Rams, man, they scored 44 points a week ago and beat the Buffalo Bills, but only needed 12 points this past week to beat the Niners. But their defense obviously played fantastic yesterday, and the Rams are certainly a team that's trying to win that NFC West. Seattle's a half game up right now, but Rams are one of those teams that I really wouldn't want to play in the first round of the playoffs, especially defensively. They're pretty good, and when their offensive line is healthy, Kyren Williams is a stud, and Cooper Kupp didn't even have a catch yesterday. So if you have Cooper Kupp in your fantasy and you had a big goose egg, hopefully you'll have somebody else make that up for you, as a lot of people are in the playoffs in their first week here. All right, Jay, let's talk about this. All three of us took the Rams plus 2.5. They obviously won outright money line, which was some good value there. And then the over-under, Jay, you took the over, I took the over, David took the under, and it was 18 total points. So maybe one of the easiest unders out there. Should have live bet that under and doubled down. I thought they might get a little bit more going in that second half, but yeah. Brock Purdy, 253.5. He only threw for, I want to say, like 143 yards, something like that. So that was an easy under. You guys both said the under. I said the over. Again, I go back to it. This is the time of year you have to pay attention to the weather when you're talking about outdoor stadiums in December, because your rain, snow, wind, whatever it may be, that is a big thing when it comes to these individual player props.
Well,
for sure.
And Four Christmases, isn't that based in San Francisco? You know, the fog come in and the flight delay.
I think so. Yeah. I don't know where I was. It was after the show yesterday, and there was a Four Christmases reference, and we had just talked about it as well. Really? Where was I yesterday after the show? Maybe it was before the show. Anyway, I can't think of it right now.
Do you have another airline that your airline felt up?
It's a good one. That is a good one. Underrated Christmas movie, that's for sure. No, we went to we watched the Bethlehem nativity scene over at Captain Anderson's Marina and watched Cotton sing, who she did a fantastic job. She solo sang. It was wonderful, but that made me think of Four Christmases, the scene in the huge shirt, shorties up there, and he basically totally embarrasses her.
We're losing the audience.
Yeah. Vince Vaughn's fantastic. Vince Vaughn is fantastic. But, Matt Stafford, 243.5 was his total. He only threw for 160 yards, so that was an under as well, even though all three of us said over. Brock Purdy rushing yards was 20.5, and that was an easy under as well, as I believe he only had 3. He was sacked several times as well. Matt Stafford, 3.5. He actually ran for, 18 total yards. All of us had the over in that one, so that over would have hit as well. Puka Nacua, 2 of us did the under. Jay, you did the over. I believe his prop was at 73.5, and he had a great game yesterday. That guy is just a stud in the blocking game as well. He had 97 total yards, including that really long 51-yard catch. So if you would have done the over 37.5 for the longest pass, you would have got that one as well. Hindsight's always 20/20, no doubt about it. Juwan Jennings, 55.5. He was under his receiving with just 2 receptions on 9 targets. Niners just dropping so many balls yesterday. 14 receptions on 31 targets. So maybe the weather affected it a little bit, but either way, it did not go well, and our season is pretty much over at this point. Cooper Kupp, that was an under if you wanted it, because he had a 0, and I believe his prop was 63.5. George Kittle, 67.5. He was slightly under that at 61. Kyren Williams was 73.5 on the rushing yards. He rushed for 108, so if you bet the over in that one, you would have had that one as well. And then Isaac Guerrero was just shy of his 60.5-yard prop at 57 total yards. Niners kind of abandoned the run game in that second half, and I wasn't a big fan of that, especially given the game was still within a field goal at that point. But yeah, big NFL slate coming up this weekend. We'll do the pick'em in the 11:40 segment, because I know you got to bounce out a little early today.
Yeah,
that's fine.
Yeah.
We'll give it to you, but you'll be here next week, hopefully.
Yeah, I'll be here next week.
Liam's looking forward to it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We got him all 5 days next week.
So as long as he wants to.
Let's go.
Yeah, he's there. Today's their last day of school before the break. So.
For like 3 weeks.
Yeah, three straight weeks. But their school days are a half an hour longer than the district, so it kind of ends up washing.
I bet you he jumped out of bed this morning.
It was a little more easy to get him out the door.
I bet.
Yeah, that's kind of how we are too. When we got something to look forward to, it's a little easier to get out of bed. No doubt about it. All right, the college football awards went down yesterday. Some surprising things, some not surprising things, and one of those is that the Maxwell Award, which I'll get to here in a second, went to Ashton Jeanty, which maybe boosts that Heisman winning potential a little bit. The Heisman ceremony will be tomorrow. The first award went to the Chuck Bednarik Award. That is the Defensive Player of the Year. That went to Colorado's Travis Hunter. Runners-up were Abdul Carter from Penn State and Caleb Downs from Ohio State. Obviously, Travis Hunter had an unbelievable year playing cornerback, in addition to playing wide receiver as well. But the Biletnikoff Award, which is the Outstanding Receiver Award, a lot of people had issue with this. Travis Hunter won that as well, Jay Henley. By the time he won that award, despite having less receiving yards than runners-up Teodoro McMillan from Arizona and Nick Nash from San Jose State, and he had less receptions and touchdowns than both of those guys. So a lot of people were a little surprised in him winning the Biletnikoff Award for the nation's best wide receiver. But he did, in fact, win it, and we'll see if him winning those two awards pairs with him winning the Heisman tomorrow night. The Lou Groza Award, that is the College Place Kicker Award for Outstanding Place Kicker, was Kenneth Almendarez. He's from Louisiana, Group of 5 team there. Runner-up was Ryan Fitzgerald from Florida State and Alex Rayner from Kentucky. The Ray Guy Award, Jay, where did Ray Guy play?
Raiders? No,
he did. In college.
Yeah, because I played golf with Al Guy, which I believe is his brother. Back a long time ago. But is Ray from Augusta?
He is.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah. And I believe, didn't he play at Georgia?
Yeah, I think.
But yes, the Ray Guy Award, Punter of the Year, went to Eddie Saplicki from USC. Runners-up were Alex Mestramano from Florida State and Brent Thorson from Georgia. Florida State had runners-up in both punting and place kicking.
How about that?
Look, it was a tough year, 2-10, but you know what? You've got runners-up in two national awards there, but they did a lot of punting and a lot of field goal kicking. The Maxwell Award, which is the Player of the Year, went to Ashton Jeanty from Boise State. Travis Hunter from Colorado was a runner-up, as well as Dylan Gabriel, the quarterback from Oregon. Obviously, Hunter remains the favorite to win the Heisman, but Jeanty nabbing the Maxwell Award certainly adds to the intrigue that maybe he's got a shot to win the Heisman as well. Obviously, there's no doubt who the two top players in college football were this season, Travis Hunter and Ashton Jeanty. 9 of the last 11 running backs that won the Maxwell Award also went on to win the Heisman Trophy. Some more awards. The Davey O'Brien National Quarterback Award went to Cam Ward from Miami. Runners-up were Dylan Gabriel from Oregon and Shedeur Sanders from Colorado. One of the harder races, as the numbers were all pretty close. Obviously, Shedeur had a fantastic year as well, and Dylan Gabriel, probably the best quarterback on the best team, so usually they're up there as well. The Outland Trophy, that is for the most outstanding interior lineman, went to Kelvin Banks Jr. from Texas. Runners-up were Mason Graham from Michigan and Walter Nolan from Ole Miss. The Paycom Jim Thorpe Award, that's the best DB, that went to Jade Barron from Texas. Caleb Downs from Ohio State and Malachi Starks from Georgia were both runners-up. Surprised Travis Hunter wasn't that one as well, but maybe if you win the best defensive player, they give the best defensive back to specifically a defensive back. I don't know. The Doak Walker Award, that is the premier running back. Jay, who won that one?
I don't know.
Come on.
Who?
Ashton Jeanty. I mean, he's the Maxwell Award. He's a Heisman, finalist. So he also won the Doak Walker Award. Runners-up were Omarion Hampton from North Carolina and Caleb Johnson from Iowa. That's probably one of the most obvious award winners there. The John Mackey Award, which goes to Outstanding Tight End, went to Tyler Warren from Penn State. Runners-up were Colston Loveland from Michigan and Harold Fannin Jr. from Bowling Green. Nice to to see some Group of 5 teams, Group of 5 team players in some of these runners-up. The Butkus Award, which is the best linebacker, that went to Jalen Walker. He's from your Georgia Bulldogs. Runners-up on that one were Barrett Carter from Clemson, Chris Paul from Mississippi, Carson Schwessinger from UCLA, and Danny Stutzman from Oklahoma. The Nargusi Trophy, which is the best defensive player, went to Kyle Kennard from South Carolina. Runners-up were J.D. Barron from Texas, Abdul Carter from Penn State, and Mason Graham from Michigan. The Remington Trophy is the premier center. That went to Seth McLaughlin from Ohio State. Runners-up were Jacob Gideon from Western Michigan and Cooper Mays from Tennessee. The Walter Camp Player of the Year went to...
Genty.
No, but at least you knew where to guess that time when I said the best running back, and you didn't know. Yeah. Yes. Who's the other one?
Don't know.
Travis Hunter.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Your association is off today. Runners-up, Cam Ward, Ashton Jeanty. No, you're right. Home Depot Coach of the Year from Indiana, Kurt Signetti. Congratulations to all the college football award winners that were announced yesterday. We'll also have the Heisman Trophy ceremony coming up this Saturday. I believe that's 7 p.m. here in the Central Time Zone.
I will say I did watch a little bit of those college football awards. However...
You did?
Yeah, I did. But the thing was... did you see the story between the Georgia Bulldog fan and the Florida Gator fan?
I didn't see. I watched football.
I was crying like a baby last night on my couch.
What happened?
The Florida fan, older gentleman, ends up with lung cancer in 2011. Big Florida Gator fan, right?
Gotcha.
And there's this girl who's a huge Georgia Bulldog fan, gets in a car wreck in 2016, 5 years after this guy's been diagnosed with lung cancer. And she passes away. Well, she moved to Jacksonville, where this guy's from.
Okay.
And ended up, passing away. And her lung is transported into him.
I think I've seen this on Game Day, maybe. It sounds super familiar.
Yeah, it may have been. And then basically, this guy was a diehard Florida Gator fan. And he ends up like a Georgia Bulldog fan after the surgery. Anyway, man, it was the most emotional... Oh my God,
man!
If you can't cry over that, you ain't right.
That's right. You ain't right. You ain't right. First from Jay Henley. And if you want to get right and you're wanting to win your fantasy playoffs, if you're in the playoffs, you got to listen to the next segment. And if you got any questions, text it in or, comment on Facebook. If you got some start-sit questions for Joe Bond coming up next, let's do it live on the air. I do it selfishly when I ask him my questions. So if you guys want to text us, 850-215-6290, any questions for Joe Bond. He is the founder of Fantasy Six-Pack, and he's near the top of those Fantasy Pro rankings, and he certainly knows his stuff. So if you got any questions for him for your fantasy league coming up this weekend, feel free to get us a shout, and we will relay that right to him. You guys are listening to the Inside Drive live here on ESPN Northwest Florida. We'll be right back.
ESPN Northwest Florida. It's the Coach James Hale Show.
You got a lot of listeners out there, so I'm going to tell you what they said, and I want you to respond to this. Okay? And they was all in agreement on this, Coach. Coach Hale, you're going to be inducted into the Arnold High School Athletic Hall of Fame on January 17th, 2025.
Hey, I'm about to cry.
Weekday morning 7 to 9. ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Joanna with your latest forecast on ESPN Northwest Florida. For this afternoon and evening, clear and a high of 65 with wind 5 to 10 miles per hour out of the east-northeast. Mostly clear skies tonight, a moderate breeze and warm near 53. Mostly sunny and 69 tomorrow. 71 and some sun with a gentle breeze Sunday. Monday, mostly sunshine and a temperature about the same at 73. This is your Friday's weather brought to you by Ellis Agency Insurance. Thank you for keeping that dial at ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
PCB Hobby, the beach's premier hobby store for sports cards, comics, coins, and trading card games. PCB Hobby carries the largest selection of boxes and packs from the latest releases of brands like Topps, Panini, Leaf, and more. Looking for a specific player or team? PCB Hobby has a wide assortment of raw and graded cards. They carry parallel rookie, game used, and autographed cards in both modern and vintage. Have a collection you want to sell? We buy, sell, and trade. PCB Hobby on Back Beach Road, just east of Florida Linen. Call 850-320-8388.
Is your backyard ready for paradise? Then transform it with B&E Outdoor Furniture. Custom crafted, durable composite furniture with our bent back design built for comfort. And listen up. Through February, get 10% off your first purchase at B&E Outdoor Furniture. Visit our showroom today, 12035 Panama City Beach Parkway, or call 850-240-0830 and see our collection online at beandoutdoorfurniture.com. B&E Outdoor Furniture. Get a deal for a steal.
Broadcasting from the Bill Kramer Chevrolet Buick GMC and Kramer Marine Outdoor Studios. This is not for the casual fan. This is for the warriors. This is for the legends.
We came, we saw, we kicked its ass.
It's the Inside Drive with Ryan Mulvey on ESPN Northwest Florida.
Frosty the Snowman was a jolly, happy soul with a corncob pipe and a button nose, 2 eyes out of coal. Frosty the Snowman is a fairy tale, they say. He was made of snow, but the children know how to come to life one day.
Not many Frosties down here in the Panhandle of Florida. Maybe one Christmas we'll get a little bit of snow. That'd be exciting. It'd shut down everything. But hey, on Christmas you should be at home anyway. Jay Henley with Frosty the Snowman. It is Fun Friday. We're playing some Christmas tunes on Friday the 13th. And nothing scary about our next guest, as he can be very, very helpful for you and your fantasy league. And that is Joe Bond. He's the founder of Fantasy Six-Pack. Joe, how you doing on this Friday?
Good. How are you guys?
We're doing wonderful, absolutely. But hey, it is last week we were talking, you got to go into the playoffs. Now we are here. A lot of these leagues do the bye, or I guess that would be bi-weekly. You have 2 weeks of playoffs, and I would imagine that if you ran some numbers and did some statistics of the team that was leading going out of the first week, I would imagine that building that lead would equate to winning that matchup more often than not. And I had encouraged some of our listeners, if they got any questions, they can text us in 850-215-6290. Any start-sit questions, any debates that you're having with yourself, maybe, Joe, you can help them out. But let's start. Obviously, you are kind of the king of rankings, so to speak. So let's start with your rankings, the top 5 in the normal positions, and maybe this will help answer a question for anybody out there that's listening. So let's dive into we'll go quarterbacks, wide receivers, running backs, and tight ends.
Yeah, right now my top 5 quarterbacks looking like Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Jaden Daniels, Joe Burrow, and then Jalen Hurts rounding out my top 5 for quarterbacks.
Nice.
Running backs, liking Derrick Henry at the top here, Saquon Barkley next. I've got Chuba Hubbard all the way up at 3, Bijan Robinson at 4, Joe Mixon at 5. And then receivers, obviously you got to go Jamar Chase. I had Puka Nacua up there. I don't think that one's going to pan out. Was not predicting the weather to be quite as horrendous as it was and impactful.
Half, yeah, absolutely.
That was pretty crazy. That pretty much it just kind of ruined the whole game for some reason.
Yeah.
And then Justin Jefferson, Nico Collins, and Amon Ra round out my top 5 receivers. Tight ends, it's going to be an interesting week for tight ends. I feel like Brock Bowers reluctantly at the top. I guess we'll see if Aiden O'Connell can play. Hopefully he can. If not, I might move him down. George Kittle, Trey McBride, Travis Kelce, and Jonnu Smith. Hopefully he can not have to rely on overtime to get there this week.
I know. Last week that overtime was actually very important for him, and if you chose him, certainly in your rankings as well. But yeah, no, absolutely. And like I mentioned, week 1 in most. This is week 1 of the playoffs for most fantasy football leagues out there. Who are some people out there that might be still available that can help fill? So hopefully you don't have any holes at this point. The bye weeks are done. Your team at this point should hopefully be pretty healthy. But if you're looking for that, maybe just somebody to make a swap to get you a little bit more points, who are some of the guys out there available?
Yeah, like you said, hopefully you're not needing to rely on a lot of these guys. Hopefully you've got a good enough team that you just don't need to go out there and get them. But I know that's not always the case. Sometimes injuries bite us at the wrong time, and fantasy playoffs are probably the worst time, right? There's not a lot of quarterbacks. You know, if you need to stream a quarterback, you probably know who's good out there. But I'll start with running backs here. Sincere McCormick is a guy that is out there in a lot of leagues still. The coaching staff has said he is going to be the starter, even if Madison and them are healthy. So that's good to hear. Tank Bigsby, I mentioned him last week, still a little under-rostered, only at 52%. He saw 18 carries last week. So exactly what I was saying last week where, you know, the first week back after the injury, he saw about split time with him and ETN. I expected that to go up, and it did. Braylon Allen, Isaiah Davis, coin flip between whoever's going to get, you know, more points.
Yeah.
But
Brees isn't looking to play again this week, right?
Probably not. I wouldn't be shocked if they just shut him down.
Yeah.
The team's going nowhere. He's having issues with the knee. I think he wants to play, but I don't see any reason why they would even bother with it. And then this one, I wouldn't start him, but especially if you have Alvin Kamara, I'm stashing Kendre Miller at this point. I had a whole rant last night near the end of my podcast about the usage with Alvin Kamara, or the lack thereof, really, when they get close to the end zone.
Yep.
It's been a really interesting trend that they just don't. It's almost like they don't want him to score touchdowns, which makes no sense. Receivers, there's really not a lot out there for receivers. Basically, everybody that's useful is rostered. If you are having to go out and pick somebody off waiver wires for receivers, good luck.
You're probably not in the
I just really have nothing for you. I really don't. Like I looked and there's just nothing out there. Now I do know, like I said, tight ends is an interesting spot for a lot of people. Looking like we're not going to have David Njoku this week. Evan Ingram already rolled out for the rest of the season. We've got Will Dissly, who was somebody people were relying on at points. We've got blanking on his name, Philly tight end is out. Yeah, Goddard's been ruled out for the year, obviously. So I went digging into the tight ends and looking like Noah Gray has been relatively useful. Hopefully he can catch it, get in the end zone, but he's been good. We got Chika Okonkwo. We got Calcaterra, perfect replacement there for Goddard. Brenton Strange is the immediate replacement for Ingram. And then Stone Smart is probably my favorite of all of these guys. If he, because he can fill in for Dissly, and we've seen him. In fact, we saw him last week. It wasn't a ton, but when he makes some pretty big splash plays sometimes. He's a huge guy, by the way. So I kind of like him the most out of all of them. Again, they're all kind of flyers. Pick your poison. It really is with any of these guys. They're all going to be touchdown dependent, in my opinion. This is what it is when you have to go digging in the depths of the tight end position.
The depths. It's a scary place. There's no doubt.
Yes.
No doubt. Joe, before we get into the start sit for this week, I did want to ask you your thoughts on what happened yesterday in the game with Devondre Campbell just walking off the field before that fourth quarter started, saying he didn't want to play. Well, can you remember? Obviously, Antonio Brown famously, walked off, but I think he had a little more issues upstairs. But Dre Greenlaw comes back. Obviously, he's playing great, but then you could see the fatigue and stuff start to affect him late in the game. So Campbell, who has started 13 games for the Niners, was supposed to go back in, and he was called to replace Dre Greenlaw, and he says, "I don't want to go in," and just walks off the field. What are your thoughts on that? I was obviously not happy, and I was not happy with Deebo Samuel yesterday either, but that's a whole other topic.
Yeah, I don't know. We saw something similar to Deontay Johnson.
Yeah.
He refused to go to the game.
Yep.
I've never seen this before. Deontay, you've got beef. I get it. You're not happy with how the Ravens have been treating you. I don't know. Like, they're still paying you a lot of money. You go in the game, right? Like, I don't understand it. So, yeah, I mean, I fully expect the 49ers to suspend him, just like the Ravens did to Deontay Johnson. I don't see how they don't. I mean, like, you literally walked away from your team.
In a very important, it's not like he's a decent linebacker. He's kind of filled that gap all season long, and we needed him at that point just to, it was a close game still at that point, and I don't know. That's just, I guess, kind of typical of how the season's gone this year for the 49ers. But yeah, I wonder if, because obviously you have to play in order to get your game check. I wonder if they can pull your game check if you do stuff like that. That'd be interesting to find out.
I don't know. I don't know the rules of the contracts and things like that, but, I mean, I'm sure they'll find a way.
Yeah, but a lot of interviews with Niners players that were not happy with his decision there, and including Mooney Ward, who just lost his 1-year-old, about a month or so ago, and he's out there giving everything he possibly can, and then you got guys selfishly walking off the field. I don't know. I just want to get your thoughts on that real quick. All right, let's dive into it.
Very interesting.
Strange indeed. A lot of strange things, and I need to pay more attention to the weather before betting. Quarterbacks, we'll start with that. We'll go with Jaden Daniels or C.J. Stroud.
Yeah, I'm going Daniels here. You heard it at the top there. I've got him ranked pretty high. It's a smash spot for him. They're going to run the ball a lot, I feel like. So Daniels easily, in my opinion.
There you go. Do we trust C.J. Stroud going into the playoffs this year?
They've got some pretty tough matchups coming in. You could do a lot worse, but yeah, I am a little worried with C.J. Stroud going into the playoffs this year. It's not my favorite play.
Yeah, no doubt. All right, next we got Anthony Richardson or Bo Nix.
This one I had to really think about it. I do have Richardson ranked quite a bit lower, so I'm gonna go Nix. Could you see Anthony Richardson just go off for 2-3 touchdowns and just blow this out of the water? Sure. Yeah. But the matchup screams has got to be Bo Nix. Colts are allowing 11th most to tight end or to quarterbacks. Denver's one of the best.
Yeah.
AR's a little different because he runs. Yeah. Lamar Jackson was able to do good things against Denver. He's a different beast. I compare AR more to like Justin Fields, who they saw earlier in the year, and they shut him down. So I'm thinking Denver's going to be able to do something similar to Richardson.
Yeah, absolutely. And obviously both teams still in the quote-unquote playoff hunt, but the Denver Broncos much, much more alive in that AFC playoff hunt. So I think you're going to see a really good game from the Broncos this weekend. All right, this is an interesting one because you do lose points for interceptions, and both of these guys have had a bunch so far this year. That's Patrick Mahomes or Jameis Winston.
Yeah, look, I'll say it this way. Jameis Winston's fun.
Yeah, fun is a good word.
I cannot put my playoff hopes in the hands of Jameis Winston. I just can't. I know he's going to have these blow-up games, and he's had a few.
Yeah.
35 points, 30 points, 28 points. Like, he does it. But then he comes back and gives you 12.
Yeah, the floor is low.
I just can't do it.
Yeah,
I just can't do it, especially when you're talking about somebody like Mahomes. And, yes, I know Mahomes isn't the Mahomes that we all hoped he would be. He is looking better. DeAndre Hopkins has been just another weapon, especially in the red zone for him. Kelsey's, looking like he's rounded back into form. I just think that it's just a much safer play. And maybe that's not your style. If you want to go for it, go Winston. Like that. Your team, I just couldn't personally do it.
Yeah, no, that makes perfect sense. I think the fear of the lower floor outweighs the potential higher ceiling there with Jameis, and that's a matchup up there in Cleveland, and Kansas City's defense is pretty darn good. So I think I certainly agree with you on that one, Mahomes. All right, let's dive into the wide receiver world. Tyreek Hill officially now has as many touchdown receptions as he has kids born this year. We've got Tyreek Hill or Nico Collins.
Yeah, Tyreek's looking a lot better lately. This whole offense is really, especially Tua and them. So I'm still going to go Collins, though. He's just one of the best. I mean, and he sees almost all the volume from Stroud. I know I just said I didn't like Stroud, but I don't have to like the quarterback to like the receiver. I mean, we do that all. We do that all the time with like Justin Jefferson and Kirk Cousins. Like, you didn't really want to start Kirk Cousins, but Justin Jefferson was definitely in play. So it's the same way here.
Absolutely. The lion's share of the targets, no doubt. All right, this is an interesting matchup. Adam Thielen or Brandon Cooks? I think it's Brandon, right?
Yeah, I'm going Adam Thielen. The volume he is seeing.
Bryce Young and him have developed a nice little chemistry the last few weeks, and a lot of times he's only using one hand to make those catches. But yeah, it's nice to see. And the Panthers are actually a favorite against the Cowboys this weekend coming up. I can't remember the last time the Carolina Panthers were a favorite in any football game there. All right, Zay Flowers or Scary Terry McLaurin?
I'll go McLaurin. I said it. I think the Commanders are going to be in a smash spot where I think they're going to lean on the run game. They still don't lean on the run game quite like the Ravens do. The Ravens are in even a more of a smash spot. I think they're going to get up really big, really quickly against, in this matchup. And we're just going to see Derrick Henry and Lamar. That's all we're going to get.
Yeah, 16-point favorite in that game. That's a big old number there. That is for certain. All right, let's dive into the running backs. I got three of them for you. Joe Mixon or Bucky Irving?
I'm going to lean Joe Mixon. The other thing you got to consider here is I don't even know if Bucky's going to play. The last I saw, he's still not really practicing.
Ooh.
So that might make your decision for you.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I still, even if he plays, I would go Mixon.
All right, let me do this then. Joe Mixon or Rachaad White?
Yeah, it would still be Mixon.
Still Mixon.
Joe Mixon's just been so good.
He has. Yep, absolutely. All right, Rico Dowdle or Brian Robinson Jr.? Obviously, Rico coming off a huge game, but like you said, I think we're going to see a lot of running from the Commanders this weekend.
Yeah, this one might surprise you. I'm going to go Dowdell in PPR leagues. He's seeing a lot of volume. He's seeing a lot of passes out of the backfield as well. He's pretty much the only running back they use. Brian Robinson doesn't catch a ton out of the backfield, and I think they'll get like McNichols, and you might even see Chris Rodriguez mixed in here if they get up big enough. So Dowdell, this game should be at least somewhat competitive, so they're going to keep Dowdell on the field.
There you go. I like it. All right, last but not least, I think we've done this once or twice this year, a little in-team start-sit. Jahmyr Gibbs or David Montgomery?
Yeah, I mean, both. I mean, you can almost lock in both to score, right? That's kind of what they do. So they're both going to be good, but in PPR formats, you go Gibbs. I will say this, Montgomery's been catching more passes lately, but I don't consider that to be the norm. I think this is still going to be, Gibbs getting a lot of the passing down work that Montgomery has kind of stolen the last couple of weeks, but it still Gibbs in PPR formats.
And a fun matchup, too, right? They're going against the who are they playing this week? It's a good one. I know that.
Playing the Bills.
That's right.
It should be the highest. I think it's the highest over under 49. I think is the total.
Whew, that's a big number.
Which just means we're going to get like a 15 to 18 game.
Just like last night, the Niners and the Rams.
Tyreek Hill has 7 confirmed children. However, rumors have swirled that Hill may have as many as 11.
He's got a lot, but he's had 5 this year alone. I mean, he hasn't. 5 women have. And maybe, obviously, it has to be 5 different women given the gestational period for a human being. But yeah, and he caught his 5th touchdown reception last Sunday.
Merry Christmas, Tyreek.
That's it. Oh, goodness. Hate to poke fun at that, but it's kind of funny. Kind of funny.
It is.
Oh, Joe, we appreciate you as always, and hard to believe, here we are, 4 more weeks of the NFL season before we hit the real NFL playoffs. As quick as it comes, as quick as it goes. We appreciate your time, my friend. We look forward to talking to you again next week.
All right. Sounds good, guys. Have a good one.
You too. Joe Bond, he's the founder of Fantasy Six Pack, joins us every Friday at 11:20. When we get back, Jay Headley, we got to do our pick'em as you are leaving us for the final segment. You're listening to The Inside Drive live here on ESPN Northwest Florida.
104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida is your home for the NFL.
Touchdown, Denver!
We bring you the biggest games every Sunday, Monday, and Thursday night.
Oh, he's got the first down!
Plus will broadcast more college football games than ever before.
He did what?
Live NFL and college football play here.
Unbelievable!
104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Touchdown!
It's the season of New Traditions sales event going on now at Bill Bird Kia. Now offering 1.9% APR for up to 60 months of the purchase of a new 2025 Kia Sorento or a new 2025 Kia Sportage. Take your next holiday adventure in a brand new Kia from Bill Bird Kia. You'll get the perfect balance of comfort, safety, and technology. Bill Bird Kia is the home of the 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty. Stop by and see us at 2435 East 15th Street or anytime at BillBirdKia.PanamaCity.com.
Offer from Kia Finance America for the purchase of a new 2025 Kia Sorento or new 2025 Kia Sportage with $1,748 per month per $1,000 financed in 60 months. Quantity is limited, not to be combined with other finance offers and not available on balloon financing. The 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty is a Bill Bird Kia warranty. See dealer for complete details. Offer for well-qualified buyers. Must take delivery from dealer stock through 1/2/25.
Hewitt Tire and Auto. Call 850-769-7323.
Your certified AAA service center and hometown towing.
Visit them online at HewittTire.com.
On Airport Road in Panama City.
850-769-7323. Hewitt Tire and Auto Center and hometown towing.
Need a tow? Call Billy at Hometown Towing, 850-265-1562.
And now the Inside Drive with Ryan Mulvey.
We're going to have a talk.
Tell me what you know.
You're out!
Broadcasting from the Bill Kramer Chevrolet Buick GMC and Kramer Marine Outdoor Studios.
It's a frantic noise.
ESPN, Northwest Florida.
Grandma got run over by a reindeer walking home from our house Christmas Eve. You can say there's no such thing as Santa, but for me and Grandpa, we believe.
Yeehaw! Grandma got run over by a reindeer. That'd be sad.
They weren't.
Who? The reindeer? Who wasn't sad? What are you talking about?
Huh?
What? I don't get it. They weren't sad?
I don't think they were they?
I don't know. You played the song, not me.
It was a very cheerful song.
It was. It was a very upbeat song.
She'd been drinking too much eggnog. We begged her not to go.
So she didn't listen.
She forgot her medication. She staggered out the door into the snow.
And then pow.
And pow.
Right in the kisser.
Pow, pow. Oh,
shoot.
You've been good with the Christmas songs. Huh?
No.
What's next?
Afternoon Delight.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Afternoon
Coming
Delight.
up here at 12.
Christmas version.
Oh, the Christmas version?
Whatever that is.
Reindeers take flight.
I like it.
Coming up at 12:20, a major announcement from Instant Replay Sports Cards. They're going to be announcing a huge contest coming up here with us in our 12:20 segment right here on the Inside Drive. So if you're tuned in, you'll be one of the first to know. And you can watch it on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch as well, or you can just tune into 104.3, or you can download our free mobile app. All right, Jay, let's dive into our Pick'em. It is our 16th week of picking games as we started with the Week 0 week, even though it's 15 weeks in the NFL. All right, Jay, you've got 72, David's got 111, and I've got 95. We're going to do 3 college games, and the rest will be pro games. We'll start with Army and Navy in America's Game, and you can listen to that right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. Coverage starts at 1, kickoff at 2 p.m. in the America's Game, that one that happens this week every year.
America's Game.
America's Game. The Air Force is like, what?
Yeah, no kidding. What?
Only 2 teams can play at the same time.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. They need to do a bracket for America,
Yeah.
What does Coast Guard have a team? Coast Guard doesn't have a team.
No, Coast Guard is not a college.
They technically do keep track of the service academies who wins the most that year between their games,
yeah, it's like they get a trophy.
I got you.
Yeah.
Maybe Commander's Cup? Is that what it's called?
I think you're 100% correct.
Huh.
Which correct is 100%, but
I think you guys are going for Army, so you know what? I'm going with the
Commander-in-Chief's trophy.
Commander-in-Chief trophy. The soon-to-be President Trump trophy.
Is it really?
No, but he's the president-elect, Jay.
Oh, okay.
Oh, gosh. Navy. That's who you went with, the midshipman?
Are you serious, Clark?
You serious, Clark?
Midshipman.
Midshipman.
Yeah.
All right. David Hayes, who you going with?
I'm going with the Black Knights of Army, for sure.
As am I.
I knew y'all would.
Go against that grave, baby.
That's right. That's a winning strategy. But 39.5, I think, is the total in that one. Seems pretty low for teams that score a good bit of points.
That's true.
But maybe want to parlay that with Army beating their point total as well. Army certainly has been the better of the two teams most of the year. Obviously, they were both undefeated for a really, really long time. But should be a fun one coming up this Saturday right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. All right, next one we got on here is, in fact, a bowl game. You got two bowl games on Saturday following that Army-Navy game. The first one, Jay Henley, let me get to it real quick.
By the way, the U.S. Coast Guard and the Marines, U.S. Merchant Marine Academy, have football teams, but they compete in Division III football.
Ooh, fun fact for the day. I like that. I like that.
I mean, David's even seems a little bit like, hey, I'm just figuring this out. Are you just figuring this out?
Yes. That's
really?
Why I said it.
Oh,
That's why he said it.
Oh, okay.
In the microphone for everybody to hear.
I got you.
Army is a 6.5-point favorite in this one. Over-under is 39.5. All right, let's start with the bowl games. We're going to start with Jackson State and SC State in the Cricket Celebration Bowl. That's going to be 11 a.m. That gets your football started, Jay, on Saturday morning at 11 a.m. David Hayes, who you got in this one? Jackson State 11-2 on the year. SC State 9-2 on the year. SC State is a 2.5-point favorite from Orangeburg, South Carolina.
I thought you said Jacksonville State. Give me Jackson State.
Jackson State. All right.
Gonna celebrate good time. Come on.
It's our celebration. All right, I'm going to go with SC State. We used to play them when I first started going to Coastal games. We used to play them every year in college football. Jay, who you got?
I'm going to go with David Hayes and go Jackson State.
All right. Next, we've got South Alabama and Western Michigan in the IS4S Salute to Veterans Bowl. Both teams 6-6. South Alabama an 8.5-point favorite. I'm going to go with the favorite in that one. I'm going to go with South Alabama. Jay Henley, who are you going with?
I will go with South Alabama.
All right. Look at you not going against the grain.
Yeah.
David Hayes?
This one's tough, man. I think because it's being played in Alabama, I'll go with the Jaguars.
The Jaguars. Matthew McConaughey, your favorite.
I do.
I know. You're a big Matthew McConaughey fan. All right, let's dive into the NFL. We've got that's 3, so that would leave 7 NFL games to pick. Starting with the Colts and the Broncos. Jay, do you want to know the spreads, or do you not care? You probably don't care.
Nah, I feel like
I'll give you some spread. I'll give you the Hard Rock spreads. How about them apples?
I bet you the Broncos are favored by 2.5.
I bet you they're favored by more.
Really?
I don't know.
I'm going with Broncos.
It's 4 on ESPN. But.
Okay. All right. What did I say? Colts, Broncos.
Yeah.
4.5 on the old Hard Rock app.
You get the hook?
Get the hook.
Always nice to have them hooks.
Shepherd hook.
Yep. Fishing hooks.
Yeah.
Button hooks. That's in football.
Yeah.
I like the button hook.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I've seen you button hook, but then I've seen you drop it, Debo. Colts, Broncos, Jay. Did you pick?
Broncos.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bo Nix and the Denver Broncos trying to stay playoff eligible. David Hayes, who you got?
I'm going to go with Bo Nix and the Broncos.
Broncos? I'd like to pick the Colts, but I think the Broncos win this game, and I think they cover as well. So 3 Broncos in that one. Next, a big-time matchup. I wonder what the spread is in this one. The Jets and the Jaguars, the J teams. The Jets are a 3-point favorite on the road. I believe it is to David Hayes in this one.
I will take...
It's such a crappy game. It might actually end up being a pretty good game. Mac Jones versus Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, there you go. Give me Aaron Rodgers and the Jets.
All right. I'm also
going against the grain.
I'm going with the Jets as well in this one. I've seen a little bit of the Jags over the course of the last few weeks, and it is not pretty. Jay, who are you going with?
I was just listening to the Grinch song about the 39.5-foot pole. I wouldn't touch the Jaguars with a 39.5-foot pole.
All right.
So I'm going Jets.
Jets, Jets. Did you say Favre?
Yeah, or I'm sorry, Roger. I get them mixed up every time. They look alike.
Well, it's also because they both played for the Packers and the Jets. All Aaron Rodgers got to do is go to the Vikings, and then he'll follow in Brett Favre's footsteps. That's for sure. All right, this is a fun one, a good matchup. Let's see what the number is on this one. We've got the Steelers and the Eagles. That is at the Link in Philadelphia. The Eagles are actually 5.5-point favorite in this one. Jay Henley. It is. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, it is to me. I'm going to go with the Steelers in this one. I think the drama there catches up because the Steelers are going to run the football really well, and the Eagles are, well, they may not. The Eagles got a good defensive line, but I'm still going with the Steelers in this one. Russ is gonna cook some hamburgers there at the Link and win this game. Jay, who do you got? Steelers or Eagles?
I'm gonna go with the Eagles here.
5.5 seems like a big number.
Yeah, it does. It does.
We'll talk about some of these spreads in the final segment. Some locks that may be lurking around out there.
I'm actually going to take the Eagles in this game as well. I think that they end up winning a real close one, and A.J. Brown and Jalen Hurts' relationship gets more. Well, no, I'm saying the opposite. Like, they win, but it's not because, like, Jalen Hurts and A.J. Brown ended up, solving things. I think that they keep that, hopefully, to a minimal drama on the sideline, and Saquon Barkley is going to help lead the way.
Saquon's like, hey, guys, just hand me the rock. Yeah. I got this. Sidebar, do y'all think that is going to be an issue for the Eagles going forward? Do you think that'll affect their playoff run?
Playoff run? Absolutely.
Yeah. Jay?
I didn't even know all this existed.
I would say that it doesn't hurt them in winning playoff games, but to get to the ultimate pinnacle, yeah, it could catch up with them in the Super Bowl, especially because who are they going to be playing?
Yep.
Kansas City Chiefs. You got to be perfect for 4 quarters to beat the Chiefs.
Perfect is an understatement.
Primarily in the final 5 minutes of the fourth quarter. If you discombobulate there, it's going to be combustible.
That I have relief from is I know we're not going to lose to the Chiefs in the Super Bowl this year. So I'm going to look at the positives. All right, so we got Eagles, Steelers. Next, the big-time match. I'm surprised they didn't flex this one to a primetime game. The Bills at the Lions. Let's see what the number is on this one. The Lions are a 2.5-point favorite. Over under 54.5. That's a big over-under for NFL. Probably one of the biggest ones I've seen this year. Yeah, 54.5. Jay, it is back to you. Detroit's a 2.5-point favorite at the Heasy.
Yeah. It's at the house. I'll go Detroit.
Basketball.
Back-to-back tough road games for the Buffalo Bills here. They came so close to a miraculous comeback against the Rams. Give me Buffalo to not keep a losing streak going here and give an L to the Lions.
There you go. I'm going to take the Detroit Lions. They extend their record-winning streak. Buffalo Bills, I just don't know if they can keep up with Detroit's offense. Going to be a fun football game to watch. There's some really fun NFL games on this weekend. All right, next one we got. Man, this is going fast. The Bucks at the Chargers. Bucks trying to keep their playoff hope alive. Chargers trying to stay in the AFC playoff hunt. David Hayes, you are first to pick this one. The line in this game, let's find it here. Chargers, what's your logo look like?
Like a bolt, like a lightning bolt.
Yeah. I don't know why I said that out loud. Yeah, the Chargers are 2.5-point favorite at the house. 45.5 over under.
Give me the Chargers in this game. I've been picking too many road teams.
All right.
At least in the last game.
Chargers. I like the Chargers in this one too. They need to win this one to keep. Both teams need to win to keep their playoff hopes going. But I like the Chargers at the house in this one. SoFi Stadium. The Chargers are looking pretty good. Jay Henley?
I'll take the Bucks.
All right. Yep. Baker and the Bucks. Baker seems like you and Baker seem like you get along real well.
You think so?
Yep. Dolphins at the Texans. Oh, man, what's the number in this one? Let's see. Dolphins, Texans. I'm going to go faster. Houston is a 3-point favorite at the house. I actually like the Dolphins winning this game. I haven't. The Texans haven't shown me enough yet this year, and I feel like the Dolphins are trending in the right direction. So I'm going with the football team number of kids, Tyreek Hill. You said 11, right?
Potentially.
Yeah.
He doesn't know, but potentially. I'll go fins up. I'll go Dolphins.
All right.
Yeah.
There's an opportunity for David Hayes.
Oh, man. Yeah, this one's tough because
steal a pick.
Houston hasn't looked as good as what they as what the hype going into the season was looking like for them. That's all predicated off of last year, though. The Dolphins have a bad record because they were missing their quarterback for a while here. The Dolphins need this game a little bit more, so you know what? Oh man, I really want to take the Texans just to either give you guys a little bit more room or just extend it.
Come on.
I'm gonna play it safe here since I already took the Bills. I took the Bills. I'm gonna take I'll take the Dolphins right here.
All right. Jay, real quick, last one on the Pick'em. Packers at the Seahawks. Seahawks need to win to stay ahead in the NFC West. Packers trying to lock in that wild card spot. They got a great record, but the NFC North, a tough division. 2.5 is Green Bay on the road in Seattle. I believe the weather's going to be 42 and cold and windy.
Is Seattle the 12th man as well? Is there a 12th man?
They yep. Lumen Field's a loud place the way that stadium is designed.
Just for that, I'll take the Seahawks.
All right.
Yep.
David?
I really want to take Seattle right here, too, but I'm going to make the smart pick here. I'll go Green Bay. But I think there's a nice likelihood that the Seahawks pull the upset off here.
Yeah. I'm also going the Packers as well, but I agree with you. I think this game really is a coin flip kind of game. It's a big one for both teams. So, again, a lot of good matchups in the NFL this weekend. You guys are listening to the Inside Drive. When we get back, it'll be time for some Afternoon Delight debrief. Don't forget, big announcement coming up from Aaron Bearden at Instant Replay Sports Cards in our 12:20 segment.
ESPN Northwest Florida is taking you on the ultimate road trip to see the Orlando Magic. It's the Hall and Hearts ESPN Northwest Florida Magic Express. You'll watch the game from a presidential suite loaded with free food and beverages. To win your trip on the Magic Express, download the ESPN Northwest Florida app and keep listening for more details. Sponsored by Hall and Hearts.
Good morning. This is Joanna with your latest forecast on ESPN Northwest Florida. For this afternoon and evening, clear and a high of 65 with wind 5 to 10 miles per hour out of the east-northeast. Mostly clear skies tonight, a moderate breeze and warm near 53. Mostly sunny and 69 tomorrow. 71 and some sun with a gentle breeze Sunday. Monday, mostly sunshine and a temperature about the same at 73. This is your Friday's weather brought to you by Ellis Agency Insurance. Thank you for keeping that dial at ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Hey folks, Chris Kramer with Bill Kramer GM. And the best place to listen to the Inside Drive with Ryan Mulvey is inside a brand new vehicle from Bill Kramer GM. And I want you to know we've got 10 times the amount of inventory on the ground as we did this time last year, and darn near all of them are discounted. So shop us online at BillKramerGM.com or visit us at the corner of Frankfurt and 23rd. We'll make it easy and take great care of you.
WVLQ Port St. Joe, WGSX, powered by Panama City Toyota.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
As a realtor, it's important who you choose as your title company. May we suggest South Oak Title? Their offices are modern, comfortable, and state-of-the-art. South Oak Title can close transactions in any location in Florida, Alabama, and Tennessee. Their free mobile app allows realtors to deliver a net sheet in seconds. They provide mobile closing services to accommodate buyers and sellers. Their offices are beautifully decorated, state-of-the-art, complete, safe, and secure. South Oak Title, creating a better title and closing experience through technology and tailored service. Visit them online at southoaktitle.com.
And now, the Afternoon Delight debrief with the three degenerates from the Inside Drive. Live from the Bill Kramer Chevrolet Buick GMC and Kramer Marine and Outdoor Studios.
Afternoon Delight.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Gonna find my baby, gonna hold her tight, gonna grab some afternoon delight. My motto's always been when it's right, why wait until the middle of a cold dark night, when everything's a little clearer in the light of day. And we know the night is always gonna be there anyway. Thinking of you's working up my appetite, looking forward to a little afternoon delight. Rubbing sticks and stones together makes the sparks ignite, and the thought of loving you is getting so excited. Sky rockets in flight. Afternoon delight. Jay, what's that song about? We never discussed what that song's about.
Sunday afternoon naps.
Let me think about it for a second. Can I think about it?
Yeah.
I mean, afternoon delight. It could be a cupcake after lunch.
Could be. That's an afternoon delight.
I mean, dessert.
Dessert.
I mean, that's what I think it is. Just dessert.
Tacos on a Taco Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Could be. Could be.
I mean, yeah.
Could be warm apple pie. I don't know. But yeah, good job as always, Jay. Maybe, we were thinking about old, American Pie, all that stuff.
Right.
That's probably your favorite movie, wasn't it?
It hit me at the right time. I was about 15 years old when it came out,
man,
so it was like perfect.
That was your
Yeah.
I was a little bit younger than you.
Yeah.
What, 5 years? 4 years? You're 44.
Yeah.
45.
44.
44.
Yeah. Don't give me another year. No, easy.
August 19th. You got a long way to go.
What's my social security number?
I don't know.
Okay.
Nor do I want it.
208-376.
That'd be amazing if you got it right.
I know it would be. He got
a little worried when I said that too, and he was like, "Oh, how do you know the first number?"
It's
not a 2.
You got to get what 8, 6, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just knowing the first number is not going to.
No, I know.
No, but I mean, he got it. I mean,
it is 2.
Yeah, nice.
I was just fishing, and so now I can get the rest.
It's that top of the 2. It was easy to hook.
Now there's a method to that madness with.
I think there used to be.
With the Social Security deal? I got you.
What's mine start with?
Man, you were born over in California, right?
Correct.
It's got to be a weird number.
What makes the number
3.
weird?
I say it starts with a 3.
Nope.
I say it's like an 8.
Nope.
Is it a 4?
No.
0.
So it's a 2 as well.
0.
It's got to be.
No, it's not a 2.
It's a high number.
No.
Well, we've went all the way up to like where the
dab in the middle.
Oh, so it's 5.
5 spot.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Okay.
What used to be the method of the madness? I thought they just numbered them off one by one.
I don't really know how it works. How do they assign Social Security numbers? Social Security numbers assigns them randomly. The first 3 digits are assigned randomly and have no correlation to a location. The second 2 digits are not assigned in consecutive order and range from 0, 1 to 99. Serial number, so area number is the first 3. The group number is the second 2, and then the serial number is the last 4, and they are a straight numerical series from 0001 to 9999 within each group. The Social Security Administration changed the way Social Security numbers are assigned in 2011 to protect the integrity of the Social Security numbers and to extend the longevity of the 9-digit Social Security number.
So when did they change that?
2011.
So if you were born after 2011, you're safe.
Yeah, you're good. Social Security Administration has issued over 450 million Social Security numbers since the program began and says it has enough to last several generations without reuse. Well, you can't
and we can't reuse the money that we're paying into either eventually.
There have been accidental assignments of the same number to more than one person.
Wow.
There you go.
Surprised? No.
Not with government.
No.
Nope.
And we're all more than a number. We all have souls, and you're more than a number.
Thanks for the pep talk there,
I needed that. Thank you.
I woke up today, and when I looked into the mirror, I didn't even see my eyes. I just saw a barcode going across my face with a bunch of numbers on it.
I felt like I was in an Econ 101 class at The Ohio State University with a couple other 100 people in those big classes. But yeah, hey, that was kind of an afternoon delight debrief.
It was. Oh, boy.
Jay, where's Bill Kramer GM and Kramer Marine Outdoor located?
Corner of 23rd, right. Corner of 23rd and Frankfurt Avenue,
Jay,
baby.
You fall asleep on your recliner watching TV, do you just pop up and yell Skeeter randomly throughout the night?
Right.
I hope that would be the case.
Skeeter.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Oh, goodness. But yes, that is our studio sponsor, Bill Kramer, GM, and Kramer Marine and Outdoor. Right there, as Jay said, at the corner of Frankfurt and 23rd Street. Tons of new vehicles in stock. Those 24s need to go for those 25s to have a little bit more room. Great deals. It is Christmas time. Go get somebody a brand new vehicle as a present. I don't know if it gets too much better than that. That is Bill Kramer, GM. They got express service, regular service. Doesn't even have to be a GM. They will service your vehicle for you and get you back out on the road. And speaking of getting you back out there, it was windy again this morning, but the next 5 days look absolutely spectacular weather-wise. We've got mid-60s today, climbing all the way up into the upper 70s come Tuesday. Jay, we look forward to seeing you out there at Harders Park on Tuesday night.
Yeah, who are y'all playing Tuesday?
The Lightning.
Oh, yeah.
It's a big matchup. It'd be nice if you came.
I will. I
can find a ride for you if you need me to.
No, I got it.
Do you?
Yeah.
All right. We can pick you up.
Can we bet on this, though? Can we?
Minus 15,000
that he doesn't show up. Right.
I'll give you plus 10,000.
You're just being nice on the air right now.
No, I'm not being
You're
nice.
going to be there Tuesday.
I'm not being nice.
I'm not being nice.
Don't be nice, Jay.
Yeah, I'll be there Tuesday.
All right.
I want to
Bring Sailor.
Oh, yeah? Can I do that?
I don't know. I haven't seen any dogs out there, but why not?
You can.
Push it to the limit. As long as she's not, out there chasing the footballs and the kids and everything, you think she'd do that? Probably.
Probably bring her on a leash, right?
Yeah.
No, you can't have a golden retriever on a leash.
Oh,
vets still tell. Yeah, no, they'll tell you don't even walk with a leash. Have you been walking Sailor with a leash, bro? Yeah. They didn't tell you. No, not with golden retrievers.
It comes with the golden retriever manual.
What?
You can't have a leash with a golden retriever.
I can't?
Yeah, it's against the law.
They really did. The breeder didn't tell you that?
The breeder did say you can't breed this dog, though. I remember him telling us about that.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Did you have to sign something for that?
I did.
Oh, you actually did?
Yeah, and I didn't know what I signed. I mean, and that's the moral of the story. When you go to sign, you go to sign stuff, you better read it because,
what did he tell you were signing?
Just a bunch of words. I mean,
what's the punishment? If you
how's he gonna find out?
She told me that she would come down to Panama City and pick that dog up and take it back
over my cold dead body.
Yeah,
that's what I would have told her.
I was like, no, you're not. You're gonna take this dog from me. But it is.
I guess they could track the bloodline.
I would in today's world. I'm sure they probably can. I would think.
Is Sailor chipped?
No.
No.
There we go. We've gotten away with everything. Just change her name.
Yep.
Yeah.
Her name is now
Taylor.
Trailer.
Hey, she's not. I mean, she can live in. We'll get her a social security number.
There we go.
Yeah. I'm getting her spayed over Christmas break, so I feel so sorry for her.
Should be okay. You're actually doing her a favor.
Yeah.
Yeah. So all the dogs that have been harassing her over the last year will hopefully leave her alone.
Right. That's right.
Goodness gracious.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, goodness. All right. Well, we talked about some Social Security stuff. That's good.
Yeah.
Jay, this is right up your alley. 510-pound black bear breaks state record in Mississippi. It's a squishy bear. Wildlife officials in Mississippi said researchers trapped and tagged a 510-pound bear that is officially the largest ever documented in the state of Mississippi. The Mississippi Department of Wildlife, Fisheries, and Parks said researchers within its Black Bear program have been trapping bears in the state and outfitting them with GPS collars for tracking. Keep going here. Anthony Ballard, the MDWFP Black Bear Program Coordinator, trapped a bear known as M18. Dang. Was it MS-13? Okay, M18 is not. I was like, what? Dang, this bear is I would stay away from that bear. But M18 was collared first in August of 2022 when he weighed a comparatively petite 360 pounds. The MDWPF said the bear was able to slip out of its tracking collar shortly after its first capture. The previous heaviest bear identified in the state was 468-pound bear, found, unfortunately, dead on the side of a Wilkinson County road. I bet you could find the car that hit it. Probably had a pretty large dent on it, Jay. So, hey, 510 pounds. It's black bear. We're still fighting back.
And we're going to try.
Okay.
That's try or die.
510.
That's a lot of bear.
That's a quarter ton.
Yes.
Bear.
Good gracious.
But yeah, saw that come across through, and it's like a J-Lo's bears. Oh, you got one? Or you want me to keep going?
You know, we're on the animal kick. And
we're always on the animal kick.
I was talking with a friend last night about hippopotamuses. And I'm seeing
a hippopotamus for Christmas.
They're more dangerous than bears.
They're one of the most dangerous animals out there. More people are killed in Africa by hippopotamuses than I think anything else.
Well, since we do a lot of Hard Rock bet stuff, let's bet on the over-under. I'm going to say 1,500 human beings per year being killed by hippos. Is that going to be over or under?
Over.
Over. You boys are both saying over. 3,000.
Yeah.
3,000.
Me and Colby used to talk about hippos all the time and how scary they are.
Man.
You don't mess with hippos. And Disney and all these other things portray them as some nice, snuggly, cute animal. It's like a giant Volkswagen Beetle crushing you is what a hippo is. Scary stuff.
Yeah.
Hippos are very, very dangerous, Jay.
Okay. Duly noted.
Epop Anonymous? Damn, you give him all the easy ones.
H-I-P-P. I can't even spell that.
Are you going to play Hippopotamus Christmas song when we come back in for Aaron?
Hungry, Hungry Hippo.
That was a good game.
That was a good. Oh, we were talking about. Yeah.
No, I was talking about the Christmas song.
What am I?
I want a hippopotamus for Christmas. No, you don't. No, you don't. That is not the gift that keeps on giving. That is the gift that takes you off this planet, and you are crushed by those powerful, powerful jaws.
Ugh.
And they can be underwater for a long time, too.
Yes, they can.
Hippos. Scary. All right, this is kind of a fun one. Zoo director dons ostrich costume for surprise escape drill. That's a good time there. December 13th, an Australian zoo shared a video from a surprise animal escape drill featuring the zoo's director playing a part of the fugitive cassowary. Rockhampton Councillor for Parks, Sport and Public Spaces, Sherry Rutherford, said the drill at the Rockhampton Zoo was the first to take place during operating hours with guests present. This year's training was the first live experience and an opportunity for staff to put their training into practice, Rutherford said in a news release. The exercise was kept a complete surprise, with staff only realizing it was a drill after it began. It was also a surprise to zoogoers on the day, who were able to see the training in action, with even some taking part in the drill. The drill featured Rockhampton Zoo Director Liz Bellward portraying an escaped animal in an ostrich costume. Unfortunately, you can't buy a cassowary Halloween costume, the zoo explained in a Facebook post. The team communicated effectively and worked well together to bring the cassowary, I guess that's another name for an ostrich, safely back to its enclosure, the post said.
That's crazy.
That's taking your job seriously.
You got that right.
Getting in that ostrich costume.
Would you do it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
No. Not me.
It's pretty funny. There's a video of it there. But yeah, hey, why not train some people by getting in that ostrich costume and running away from them? Right. I'd like to see how they captured her. It'd be funny.
Yeah.
It'd be funny. Oh, Jay, did you have any other ones there? I've got some more if need be.
Yeah, what you got?
Where's the one? Oh, I talked about the Spanish Scrabble Championship yesterday, right? Yeah. I did. Let's see. Sheep rescued from cliff runs off with rescue bag. December 12th, a sheep rescued from a cliff in England attempted to run off afterwards with half its body still inside the rescue bag. The Beer Coast Guard Rescue Team, BER, said on social media that personnel responded alongside the Devon Fire and Rescue Services Plymouth-based technical rescue team after the sheep fell from the top of a cliff near the scene of a recent landslide. The Coast Guard provided support where firefighters used a rescue bag to hoist the sheep back to the top of the cliff. The sheep did attempt to run to his mates before getting fully out of the rescue bag, the post said. A photo included in the post shows the sheep attempting to run with the back of half of its body still inside the red rescue bag.
Bad
indeed. Oh, here's a fun one about the movie The Elf. There is no debate that The Elf is one of the best Christmas films of all time. The one with Will Ferrell, obviously, and Buddy the Elf. But did you know that one of the most iconic scenes from the film was a happy accident? When discussing the scenes where Buddy the Elf, Will Ferrell, first arrives in New York and wanders around Manhattan, cinematographer Greg Gardner revealed that the old man in the red jogging suit that Buddy mistakes for Santa wasn't an actor. I was walking around trying to figure out how to shoot these streets. How do we get the energy of New York City? How do you do that and not have it come out fake? The best way is to not have it fake and have it be real, so we just put him, Will Ferrell, out there on the streets. Those are real people that aren't actors. The guy in the red jogging suit, that guy was just there. Buddy walking around in New York is one of the funniest sequences of the film, as Buddy's childlike wonder and Ferrell's towering form interacting with busy and unpredictably authentic New Yorkers creates a hilarious juxtaposition that never gets old. And the fact that Santa was just a regular old man, not even trying to dress up as Father Christmas, is the icing on the cake.
And that's some of the best Hollywood moments. Whenever the Caddyshack or whatever.
Real.
Yeah.
Real. Absolutely. Yeah, I remember that. That's and it'd be funny to be that guy, and then I'm in the movie.
Right?
Y'all should pay me some money.
Yeah,
pay me some money.
Hopefully, he makes more than John Candy in Home Alone. From what we
still
talked
disappointed about that.
I know. It chaps me.
Chaps you?
Yeah, it chaps
I haven't heard that phrase in a while.
Chaps my hide.
Oh man!
What do you make? $414 for that?
I think that's what you said.
So, yeah.
In that afternoon
crazy.
debrief. Yeah, such an important part of that movie too.
Right.
He's basically who got her back to Kevin.
Yeah, and then I was reading in Dumb and Dumber that Jim Carrey ended up with $9 million, and then Jeff Daniels ended up with $50,000.
What?
Dumb and Dumber. Yeah, he only made $50,000 off.
Man,
of that. That's crazy.
I
mean, that film made tons of money.
A lot of money. Absolutely. I wonder how that happened. I wonder if that drove a wedge between their relationship.
Yeah, it may have.
That's a big difference.
That is huge.
Massive difference. Yeah. Blindfolded man executes 41 pickleball serves in 1 minute. The Idaho man who holds the most concurrent Guinness World Records added another title to his name by donning a blindfold and performing 41 pickleball serves in 1 minute. David Record Breaker Rush said his journey towards taking the title for the most blindfolded pickleball serves in 1 minute began when he came across a video of the previous record, which only stood at 23 serves. And honestly, it looked way too easy. He thought, hey, I could crush this, Rush said. Rush said he managed to hit 43 balls into the service square, but one landed after the 60 seconds had elapsed, and another was disqualified by Guinness Book of World Records for unknown reasons. I'd be contesting that. He officially took the record with 41 blindfolded serves, but Rush said he's already planning to make another attempt at the record after improving his pickleball skills. When are you going to do one, Jay?
I don't know. Isn't that, what's the word they use in pickleball? Dink? Have you heard that before?
Dink and dunk?
Dink and dunk?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because it's like...
Yeah, that's...
I love some.
When's the last time you played?
It's been since the one house that Beth has got under contract right now that's got the pickleball court in the backyard.
I think the last time I played was did we do a 4th of July?
That was the Memorial Day.
Oh, Memorial Day?
Pickleball tournament.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was fun.
It was a good time.
That was good.
I wish I could put one in the guys' lots next to us.
You should. Who won the Pickleball Memorial Invitational? Do you remember?
Was it you and your
Cotton?
Was it you and your
not Cotton.
Amanda.
Yeah, that's right.
Amanda, and who was her partner? You?
No, it was not me.
No. See, that's a dangerous area, though, because we got ditches on both sides. So it's
it is.
It's advanced pickleball, because not only do you got to go try to hit the ball, but you also got to be wary of where you're running to.
Right.
It's kind of like when you put a basketball hoop right in front of a wall, and like you can't run through and lay up without hitting the wall. I don't know. Dangerous indeed. All right, we got to take a quick break. When we get back, it's time to be joined by Aaron Bearden from Instant Replay Sports Cards, and he's got a big announcement of a awesome contest that he's going to be doing for all of his loyal customers there at Instant Replay Sports Cards. You guys listen to ESPN Northwest Florida. We'll be right back.
Weather in the Panhandle never stops. return to 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Joanna with your latest forecast.
We're up to the minute weather reports all day long.
A chance of thunderstorms and moderate rain.
In-depth storm coverage.
Hurricane Helene.
And breaking weather as it happens.
We do have a tropical storm warning.
ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
This is Joanna with ESPN Northwest Florida. Here is your weather forecast on this Friday afternoon. The rest of the day, clear skies and 65 with a gentle breeze coming out of the east-northeast around 9 miles per hour. For tonight, mostly clear skies and a low near 53. Tomorrow, a wind 10 to 15 miles per hour, mostly sunny and a high around 69. For Sunday, some sun and a high of 71. This weather forecast is sponsored by Mid-South Lumber, the best little lumberyard in Panama City. Thank you for keeping that dial on ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
That Cajun Place is your LSU and Saints football headquarters. Saints and LSU fans, wear your team colors and score a free Jell-O shot when your team scores a touchdown. Only at That Cajun Place. Get $5 pitchers on select draft beers during all live football games. Catch all the games at once with the NFL package on 27 large TVs at That Cajun Place.
And the best wings on the beach.
The locals' favorite, That Cajun Place.
Here at Panama City Toyota, Toyotathon is on, where you can get refined design and 3.99% APR on a new Camry, plus 90 days until you make your first payment. Enjoy the ride in a new Corolla and get 3.99%, plus 90 days until you make your first payment. Or stand out in a new RAV4 and get 3.99% APR. Good cheer and great deals. Toyotathon at Panama City Toyota.
Offer expires January 6th. Visit PanamaCityToyota.com for details.
We're betting the limit and covering the spread. The Inside Drive with Ryan and Jay. Live from the Bill Kramer Chevrolet Buick GMC and Kramer Marine and Outdoor Studios.
Thank you. Nice to be in Vegas.
On ESPN Northwest Florida.
You better watch out, you better not cry, you better not pout, I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town.
That's it? That's all we get? That's it? He's coming, that's all we know. We don't know if he sees us when we're sleeping. Do we know if he knows when we're awake or not?
No, you keep going.
No, I was asking you questions.
You just better watch out and you better not cry. We just got straight to the point.
Straight to the point.
Yeah.
Watch out, don't cry. That's all you got to do when Santa Claus comes, right?
That is it.
Yeah, that's it. And if you ask from some stuff in the sports memorabilia world, you might as well put on your red hat and go down to Instant Replay Sports Cards down there in the Stanford Station Shopping Plaza, as they've got lots of sales coming up as we approach Christmas. Only 12 days till Christmas, Jay Headley. Are you ready? Have you been a good boy?
No, I have not been a good boy.
I didn't think so. But we've teed it up a couple times already today, and we've got the huge contest announcement coming out from Aaron. Aaron, how are you doing today? I cannot wait to hear about what you guys are doing.
Oh, fantastic. How are you guys doing today?
We're doing good. Playing some Christmas music on Friday the 13th. It makes no sense, but we're rolling with it.
Hey, I hear it's a very threatening Christmas song, isn't it?
Yeah.
You better watch out. You better not cry.
Yeah.
Santa's got an agenda.
He does. He's trying to keep all those kids in line. Otherwise, he's giving them coal. It is a very threatening Christmas song. That's a good point. It's a good point. Never really looked at it that way, but now I will every time I hear it. But yeah, Aaron, you guys got a big announcement to make. I know I saw you posted on your Facebook page earlier, and I cannot wait to hear what this is all about.
Yeah. This is something we've kind of wanted to do for a while. I've kind of had it in the back of my head, and when's the right time? And boy, it just sort of it came together in about half an hour the other day. So the big news, some of you might have seen on our Facebook page, major announcement. We have a contest running starting today, and we are going to send here at Instant Replay, we're going to send 2 lucky people to the 50-yard line of the 2025 NFL Pro Bowl. We have some front row tickets in the 200 section to give away.
Nice. Wow.
And all you got to do, come in, make any $20 or more purchase of any sports cards or memorabilia, and you get an entry into the ticket drawing. And on January the 18th, which is just over 2 weeks before the Pro Bowl, we're going to do a drawing. That's Rip Night. We'll do a drawing at the end of Rip Night and find out who's getting free tickets to go see the Pro Bowl 50-yard line front row.
Wow. Man. And the Pro Bowl, too, like that's a neat experience. And especially nowadays, they got the flag football, which is actually a lot of fun. But, hey, Pro Bowl just about 6.5 hours away down there in Orlando. So $20 purchase, you get an entry into this contest. Now, what if you do multiple $20 purchases over a few days? Is that an individual entry each time?
Yes, one entry per person per day.
Ooh.
So, yeah, you can come back in and buy more and get more entries into it. As I said, it's any sports card or memorabilia purchase. So supplies, non-sports things like Pokemon or spots and breaks, not part of that, just direct sports or memorabilia purchases, in-store purchases only. So you don't have to worry about somebody buying something on the website that doesn't even live here. We're trying to get these in the hands of some local folks to go enjoy the Pro Bowl. And, hey, it's Orlando. If you can't find anything else to do fun that week in Orlando, you're not looking.
No doubt. Lots of fun stuff over there, that's for sure. But, yeah, so if you're just tuning in, all you got to do is head over to Instant Replay starting today and make a $20 sports memorabilia or card purchase, and you'll be entered to win a pair of tickets on the 50-yard line for the 2025 NFL Pro Bowl over there in Orlando. So just another great opportunity and another great reward for all your loyal customers there at Instant Replay Sports Cards. And heck, it's the gift season. Spread out your time, go do $20 each day, and you could give that entry to whoever you're giving the guest to, and hey, maybe they'll end up with an even bigger Christmas present. Aaron, I ask you every time we got you on, any new stuff that's come into the shop over the course of the last week?
Yeah, but I'm like out of the shop half of this week. So new releases, yes. Bronx Legacy Baseball from Leaf, which is just, all about those New York Yankees. Love them or hate them. Bottom line is, as collectibles go, it's kind of hard to top the Yankees. So these boxes are nothing but New York Yankees hits, jersey cards, bat cards, autographs, multi-autos from Yankees throughout history. Obviously, you're, chasing some of those big fellas from way, way back. But it's a really fun product. It's the second year they've done this, and they just arrived today. I know there's some non-sport stuff come out. There's some hockey releases this week, which it's not often do we have a week where there's not a major baseball release, but there is a major hockey release. So kind of fun if you're a hockey fan. And Certified Football was just released a few days ago. Got that as well. And that's always a big one, always a fun one. 10 packs, 4 hits. Always looking for those certified rookie patch cards, rookie patch autos.
There you go.
So, yeah, a lot of new stuff going on. Plus, a lot of things we've gotten in just in time for Christmas. A lot of great gift ideas. If you have somebody who collects cards, you really don't know what to get them. There are a lot of cool holiday-themed releases. We've got them for baseball, football, and basketball right now. So we've got some little ornament-shaped things for baseball that have special cards inside. We've got some football and basketball tins with some exclusive cards in them as well. So if you're looking to buy for somebody, you want a little stocking stuff or you don't want to go crazy, we got you covered.
Yeah, absolutely. Those ornament packs are really, really cool and perfect for the old stocking, no doubt about it. I saw, too, the Caitlin Clark Panini edition as well. I think you guys got some more of that back in the shop as well, but that's a very popular product there.
Yeah. Hard to keep in stock, but, yeah, we do have some of the Caitlin Clark boxes. Kind of cool if you've got somebody that's into Caitlin Clark. Nice thing about this set, every card is Caitlin Clark. You don't have to worry about getting any other players, particularly if you're a Caitlin Clark fan and you kind of resent, maybe how she's gotten treated by a few of the other players. You don't want to pull them. No problem. Every card in every pack is Caitlin Clark. They're great numbered cards and a possibility of autographs of hers as well.
There you go. The Caitlin Clark, Jay. I'm going to get you one of those for Christmas.
Please.
I will. And if it's more than $20, I got an entry into the Pro Bowl thing as well.
Hey, see, there
winning.
you go.
Everybody's winning.
All right.
It's the season of giving and the season of winning. And speaking of winning, you got the big break coming up next Wednesday at 7 p.m. Remind everybody what that one is all about, and you're still continuing to do the pulling cards until you get a hit, which is one of the most cool, unique ways to do a break, and pretty impressive that you guys do that for all your break entries.
Yeah, big breaks, a little different than our weekly box breaks we do, which are like random teams, random divisions. This is, kind of like you said, we have a bunch of products, people buy into it. We randomize the names of the participants, the people that bought in. We randomize the products. We get somebody's name. We just open products and go down the list until they get a hit. And I mean an autograph, a relic, a card numbered to 10 or lower, something really good, something worth having. And then we pull their name out and go to the next person. Once everybody's got something, we put all the names back in, and we start over again till we end up with, a whole bunch of empty boxes here. All those products are gone, and everybody's got cards to take home.
Very, very cool. And you can go to the website instantReplaySportsCards.com to purchase your spot in the break, or you can go down to the store and purchase it while you're there. Aaron, while you were talking, I was kind of scrolling through your Facebook page. I don't know how I missed this this hit back on November 30th, but a 2024 Leaf Electrum baseball that was a numbered to 5 of both Paul Skeens and Nolan Ryan on the same card. That's a pretty cool hit. Another great hit out of those Leaf products.
Yeah, man, if you like fastballs, that's kind of the two guys to have, right? The past and the future.
No doubt.
Nolan Ryan and Paul Skeens. Leaf is doing a product, by the way. I think we've talked about the Women of Sports product that just came out a couple of weeks ago, which they have some of the LSU gymnasts autos in there, including Olivia Dunn. Leaf now has a product coming out with dual autographs from Olivia Dunn and Paul Skeens.
Wow.
Which is, it's going to be super cool. The other big thing I'm even far more excited about in that product is Leaf has signed autograph deals with both Michael Phelps and Katie Ledecky, and they do have dual autographs in that product as well.
Jay, what sport does Katie Ledecky participate in?
I knew you were about to ask me that. I've heard her name.
It's the same one as the other gentleman the gentleman he just mentioned.
WNBA basketball?
No. What was the other name he said?
You know what? She sounds like an Olympic skier.
You're close.
Emma?
You had the right first letter.
Really?
Not
Olympic.
Who was the other name he mentioned besides Katie Ledecky?
That's in the history.
You were paying attention, were you? Michael Phelps.
Okay, I got you.
So Katie Ledecky is the most decorated Olympic swimmer in the United States history, as is Michael Phelps. We just keep you here for entertainment.
Aaron, what's Christmas time? What's the best part of Christmas for you?
I see you got a bunch of Christmas cards in your portfolio there.
I do.
You sending people Christmas cards?
You keep being naughty, you're not going to get one.
I don't know if I want one. I don't know if I want one. Oh, goodness.
I'm just messing with you.
No. Go ahead, continue.
The best part of Christmas overall? Wow, that's a good one. You know what? This is gonna sound awful, and it's gonna, I'm not saying it's the only good part, but being a Floridian who is subjected to this, 97 degrees and 80% humidity all year, I kind of just enjoy the weather.
Yeah.
I would second
I like the other stuff. I like, the gatherings and the food, and getting gifts for people. I went shopping. I kind of started a bunch of my shopping the other day all at one time. I enjoy all that. But, we kind of only get this weather one time a year here, and it usually only lasts for a week or two.
Yeah, not very long.
A week or two.
Kind of nice.
Right.
It is for sure.
But, I feel like we can cook a good meal. We can all get together. We can be thankful for each other all year long, but, man, this weather, we don't have any control over that, so got to enjoy that while we have it.
Yes, sir.
No doubt. I actually was going to ask you a question as well. If you had to get anything as a gift from your shop, what would it be?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's...
Every once in a while I get a good question. Not as many as you, Jay.
No, you're better.
No.
Yeah, so much of it, they're things that we purchase for the shop, so it just sort of feel like, I've already purchased.
Yeah, that's true. You are buying all the stuff for the shop, so that's fair. That's fair. Well, what's your, I don't want to say favorite, but what would you recommend to somebody as a gift for, I would say, an advanced sports card collector?
Wow, yeah. I mean, that again, there's so many different avenues of collecting. You know, sort of depends on what their collecting goals are. You know, we love finding that out with people when they come in because no two collectors are exactly alike, and sometimes it's really interesting to see what's out there that's caught somebody's attention, what they like to collect. You know, I love it when collectors aren't just driven by the dollar sign, the potential of, you know, I want to collect this guy because he's worth the most, or, you know, I can sell his cards for the most. And sometimes people have a really interesting story as to why they collect what they do. You know, what meant something to them maybe as a kid they're bringing back, or, you know, I went and saw this guy play with my dad when I was a kid. First game I ever saw, he hit a home run. I had to collect his cards. We love those kinds of stories.
Yeah, those stories are awesome.
So, yeah, I would say, you know, I mean, the best thing you can get them is know the person that you're buying for. And, you know, it's kind of hard to know what fits in their collection. However, there's a great opportunity to mention we do have gift cards available. Mm-hmm. We got some really cool-looking gift cards, by the way. They're not those plain ones. They're not even necessarily holiday-themed. They are very nice and colorful. And I bring this up because we had a couple of people remark this week on how much they just like the look of the cards. So, hey, a card shop should have good-looking gift cards, right?
Yeah, it makes sense.
We do cards all day. We ought to know what looks good.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, you can get them that, and they can come in. You know, a lot of collectors, they like certain releases each year, and maybe the thing they like to collect isn't even out right now. Maybe it hasn't come out. For example, Topps Archives Baseball, very popular. It's not going to be released until January of 2025 for the 2024 season. So if that's something they like, you know, grab them a gift card, and they can come back in a couple of weeks and pick that up when it comes out.
Yeah. Same thing with Jay's got some beautiful gift cards as well.
They're Christmassy looking.
They are. They're green. Yeah. That makes it Christmassy.
I guess.
Jay, what about you? What would you want someone to get you from Instant Replay?
Man,
you're like
you're
an
putting me on
enigma.
the spot.
You're tough to figure out. So
you're putting me on the spot. I would think maybe like a 5 or a 10 pack of like just open up some cards, like
Great
baseball
answer.
cards.
So baseball cards.
Yeah, like some Fleer.
Fleer.
Yeah.
It's
not Flair, but Fleer.
I know.
Yeah.
FLEER.
Yeah.
Is Fleer still around, Aaron?
Not in the baseball card business. Upper Deck purchased Fleer because, Jay, you probably remember this, Fleer back in the 90s made some really, really hot, sought-after Marvel comic cards.
Mm-hmm.
They were very popular, like Fleer Ultra, X-Men, and all that. So Upper Deck purchased Fleer and the right to use the logo and all that, and now they use Fleer to make comic book cards and release those under the Fleer brand.
Yeah. Yeah.
So can't get you any Fleer baseball cards
to those 90s. But, yeah, they don't use Fleer to do any baseball. Really, Upper Deck doesn't do any baseball releases right now. They do some multi-sports things that have baseball players in them, but they don't do any dedicated baseball products. I think a lot of collectors would like to see that come back. They'd like to see Upper Deck do some dedicated sports things. But,
who was the manufacturer that had the gold-plated plates, but you know, the gold-plated on their name? Because you knew that card was worth a lot of money back.
Like the home plate.
Like the gold plate where their name was on the baseball card, it was gold.
Well, there's been a few. Topps in the 90s did a variation where the card, the player names were in gold.
Yeah.
And you got like one per pack, I believe. You got a gold variation.
Yeah.
On that. There have been a few Action Packed had a sort of a raised Action Pack logo that was in gold, and they did I think they called an Action Pack 24 karat gold product as well. And Action Pack was kind of a fun one. They were a premium card when they came out. The cards had like I say, sort of a topographical feel to it. You can run your finger over it and feel, the outline of the player, the bat, all that stuff. They just were not a big rookie brand, and at the time, nobody really made card supplies that held Action Pack cards. They didn't make thicker top loaders, and those cards were about as thick as like 5 regular cards stuck together. So it was kind of hard to take care of them, and because of that, they just sort of never really caught on. But it's certainly a cool look, and it's something that when a company does an insert similar to that today, it's usually pretty popular.
Aaron, we got a listener question. Are the Bo Jackson Arena cards any good?
that's the new the card game, I think, that Bo is out there promoting. I have heard about them. I think it's not so much a reflection on Bo Jackson. I think it's maybe that they're not. It didn't get picked up by one of the major brands to kind of get it out there into shops everywhere. So I think it's kind of went under the radar. I can't speak to the quality of the cards themselves or, what kind of future they're going to have, but they sort of got released without a lot of fanfare. And I know one thing I can tell you, there were there was limited opportunities if you bought into them to have Bo Jackson do a bit of promotion for your store. Similar to on the radio, you'll hear how they cut in a big artist voice and say, hey, you're listening to, blah, 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 local radio. I think Bo would do something like that for a limited amount of shops. And the thing is, that came and went like a year ago, and those opportunities are still out there. People did not take advantage of them. And I happened to see that about a week ago, that they were still offering that. So I don't think they caught on that well, is kind of what that tells me.
Gotcha. Thank you.
So I don't know. There's a possibility that because of that, down the road, people look back on them and go, hey, that was a Bo Jackson-themed release or product, and people missed out on it at the time, and therefore it kind of, attained some collectible status.
Bo knows.
Bo knows. Bo knows baseball.
Yep.
Bo knows football.
He
knows hockey.
He knows a lot of things.
Bo knows it all. You know what I know? That the big announcement today came out from Instant Replay Sports Cards. Between now and what you said, I think you said January 18th, if you spend $20 a day, and you can do a day per person in the shop, you will get an entry to win 2 tickets to go to the 2025 NFL Pro Bowl down there in Orlando on the 50-yard line. Just another great, I don't say opportunity, but another great give back from Instant Replay to all of the loyal customers here in Bay County and beyond. Aaron, I know we ran a little long. You got Kids Club coming up tonight. You got your regular break tomorrow at noon as well. So everybody go down there and check out Instant Replay Sports Cards. It is the Christmas season. It is the time to support local and get some awesome gifts from our good friend Aaron Bearden. Aaron, have a great weekend, and we look forward to talking to you next week.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. Everybody out there, take care. All that giveaway info is on our website, InstantReplaySportsCards.com. Check it out, and we'll see you.
There you go. We appreciate it. As always, when we get back, I think you got to go, Jay.
Maybe.
Oh, he's staying for the final segment. You heard it here first.
Anonymity, keeping us on our toes.
Yeah.
We always do that. If you guys listen to the Inside Drive, we'll be right back.
ESPN Northwest Florida. The afternoon underdogs.
Part of it's on Tim Tebow. Now, he was being demonstrative. He didn't want to try to do anything else besides be a quarterback. He could have had a longer NFL career had he wanted to, cooperate with the other teams that had drafted him and that he was on the roster of.
Yeah.
And for a kind of guy that's supposed to be as humble as he is, how humble are we being, Tim Tebow, when we're too proud to step down from being a quarterback and maybe do something else to help out our team?
4 to 6 weekdays. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
With over 65 years of combined experience, Instant Replay Sports Cards is happy to help you take your collection to the next level. They carry all the new hobby boxes, signed memorabilia, and supplies. New and vintage cards in Pokemon. They sell and trade cards and are always looking to buy. They're an authorized source for Topps, Panini, Upper Deck, and Leaf cards. Instant Replay Sports Cards is open 7 days a week at 752 West 23rd Street, down from Academy Sports. It can always be reached at InstantReplaySportsCards.com.
It's the Season of New Traditions sales event going on now at Bill Bird Kia. Now offering 1.9% APR for up to 60 months of the purchase of a new 2025 Kia Sorento or a new 2025 Kia Sportage. Take your next holiday adventure in a brand new Kia from Bill Bird Kia. You'll get the perfect balance of comfort, safety, and technology. Bill Bird Kia is the home of the 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty. Stop by and see us at 2435 East 15th Street or anytime at BillBirdKia.PanamaCity.com.
Offer from Kia Finance America for the purchase of a new 2025 Kia Sorento or new 2025 Kia Sportage with $1,748 per month per $1,000 financed in 60 months. Quantity is limited, not to be combined with other finance offers and not available on balloon financing. The 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty is a Bill Bird Kia warranty. See dealer for complete details. Offer for well-qualified buyers. Must take delivery from dealer stock through 1/2/25.
If you're not scanning while the cashier is begging, we're judging you a little.
Why am I working at the grocery store now?
It's the Inside Drive with Ryan and Jay. Live from the Bill Kramer Chevrolet Buick GMC and Kramer Marine and Outdoor Studios at ESPN Northwest Florida.
Back to listen to the Inside Drive live here on ESPN Northwest Florida. And Jay's, in fact, still here. Did not play the guitar, but he's still certainly...
Tisk, tisk, tisk.
The coal is coming.
Yeah.
Real quick reminder, you got the championship in girls middle school basketball coming up tonight. That is going to be Mowat and Bayhaven with a championship on the line. I believe that's going to be 4 p.m. at Bayhaven. And, of course, you've got a third-place game between Jinx and University Academy. That will be at Jinx. And there's also a 5th place and a 7th place game. So kudos to the county on expanding how many games that everybody gets to play in the playoffs. Some other games coming up tonight locally with our high school action. I know we got a big basketball game coming up tonight. You got Mosley traveling over there to Arnold to take on the 6-1 Marlins. Mosley currently 4-3 on the young season. And after about a week off, the Arnold Marlins soccer team gets back into action. They'll be traveling over to Tommy Oliver Stadium tonight, 7 p.m. kickoff for that game and the game I just mentioned. That is Arnold versus Bay. Bozeman is traveling to Walton for a boys soccer match, and South Walton traveling to North Bayhaven Academy in boys soccer as well. Keep you updated on those scores next week, but hey, we're getting close to the end of school for 2024, and we'll be rolling right into 2025. Jay?
25 years.
25
since 2000.
That is true.
Yeah, I had to think about that.
It's a year since 2024.
It's going by way too quick.
Yep. Can't stop it. Time is indeed undefeated. Who do you like this weekend for the Heisman? Heisman ceremony coming up. We talked a little bit about it a couple of days ago, but do you think it's locked in for Travis Hunter, or you think Jeanty's got a shot?
What do you think? What do you think?
The more I think about it, and we talked a little bit about it yesterday too, but the more I think about it, I feel like Genty's got a shot to win this thing, especially with him winning the Maxwell Award yesterday. But obviously, Travis Hunter, probably the most dynamic player in college football. But I guess we'll see come tomorrow night.
Maybe him being on both sides of the ball might give him a leading edge, and Deion's voice maybe might help.
I don't know about Deion's voice, but certainly playing two sides of the ball, and as much as he plays, I think kind of what has put him into the position he's in as being a heavy betting favorite to win the Heisman Trophy. But that doesn't necessarily always correlate to what happens. Vegas is good at games, but awards is a little different, little different scenario there. But let's look at some of these games coming up on Sunday with these spreads and see what you think is a lock and not a lock. NFL side of things, what do you think? The Ravens getting 16.
This is a tricky week, I feel like. I don't know why.
It's a fun weekend.
Yeah, tricky and fun. I've got to take the 16. I mean, that's just a lot of points.
It's a lot of points, but the Ravens obviously certainly can score pretty quickly and against a little lesser opponent there. Let me pull this up real fast. Why is it doing this? All right, there we go.
Are you going to take the 16?
I think if I was forced to bet this game, I would take the Ravens laying the 16 points.
Yeah.
I just think it's a...
Ravens by 32.
Yeah, a 35 kind of football game. There you go. All right, I think we can both agree this is probably a lock this week. The Bengals giving up 5 to the Titans on the road.
My God.
Lock it in.
Doing it right now.
You don't have to do it right now.
Boost that thing up to minus...
I wonder what you could get it to be. Let's see.
Man,
I mean, you can
go up
it lets you go pretty far. All right, let's see.
I'd go at least 6.5.
All right.
7.5.
Spread, game line, spread. If we went Bengals, let's see. Minus 10 is plus 200, so you're getting 2-1 at minus 10. Can the Titans hang, though, a little bit there, you think? I don't know. 6.5 is plus 115. That's not bad. The main line is 5 at 110. 5.5 is minus 105. So if you get it to 6, you're getting a little over 1-1. That seems pretty reasonable. Pretty fair.
Yeah.
Pretty fair. Jay, Dallas and Carolina. First time probably in forever Carolina's been favored in a football game.
Man, that's another one.
I know. It's in Carolina. Is there really a home field advantage in Carolina? I don't know. But Dallas, Rico Dowdle, what's his player prop here? Talk about some of these fun ones. Rushing. He's been doing good. 83.5. That's up there. But and Chuba, I don't know if it's Chuba or Chuba. I like Chuba better. 80.5 there on the rushing. This could be a fun weekend in the betting world as far as the NFL is concerned. Obviously, the first weekend in a long time we haven't had obviously last weekend was championship weekend. You got 2 bowl games and an Army-Navy game this weekend coming up. So NFL will certainly take and then next week we start with no, we don't start next week with NFL on Saturday. Because you got the college football playoffs next weekend.
Yeah.
Week from today, Jay. College football playoffs get underway.
It sure does.
Yep. Sure enough.
And Florida Tulane is going to be on that Friday as well.
Ooh.
Yeah.
The Green Wave. The Gators riding the wave.
Who?
The Gators.
There's another Gators beside Florida?
No. He said.
Weeball.
Yeah.
Weeball Gators.
He said Florida and Tulane.
Oh, okay. I got
the Gators riding that Green Wave. They do. They surf.
Yeah?
Yeah. I've seen them out there at the state park.
That's right.
Surfing with all the
they
people.
do.
All right, let's find another lock in here.
I still like David's Buffalo. I mean, I picked Detroit to win, but with Buffalo coming off two losses, David, is that right? I mean,
just one because just before they beat the Niners.
Oh, I got you. I feel like Buffalo can take care of business with Detroit now. Earlier in the show, I didn't feel that way, but.
What's the line in that?
Time changes everything.
2.5. So you would take Buffalo with the 2.5 points, Jay?
Yeah, I would. Mm-hmm.
That one might be dangerous, though. I mean, Detroit, they're a heck of a football team.
That they are.
I just did that as an upset pick.
Yeah.
But don't you feel like it's a share the wealth kind of NFL? Like, I mean,
it's normally like the parity.
Yeah.
I don't think that they share the wealth on purpose.
No, right.
Even though they do share their money at the end of the year, but
right.
It's true.
I don't know. With Detroit being one loss team? Is it one loss? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. 12-1, trying to go 13-1.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to extend that record winning streak. Pretty crazy.
It is.
And they play pretty good at the house.
Yeah. That's why that 2.5 seems kind of I don't want to say low, but
yeah,
you know what I mean. A lot of good props in that game too, with all Detroit's players, and then Josh Allen rushing and that kind of stuff. So you got to try to find those things. Bucks Chargers, Jay. You went with the Bucks in our pick'em, right?
I did.
Okay. Chargers getting 3 at the house. Kind of like that one as well. Is J.K. Dobbins back playing?
I believe so.
Okay, because I know he was out last week, I believe.
Oh, did he come back and then already go back out?
No.
Then he's back.
Okay, good. Are you in any playoffs, Jay, in fantasy football?
No, that's a crazy question.
That's a crazy
Why is that crazy?
Terrible. I did not. I haven't even picked it up.
Well, you've been focused on obviously one of the things.
Yeah.
You still leading the pick'em? I would think so, right?
Yeah, but I don't feel good. I really don't feel good about this week. I really don't.
You don't?
There's a lot of games that.
Have you already done your picks?
I have.
Who'd you pick yesterday? The Rams?
Oh, man. You know what? I think I did, actually.
Okay.
I think I did.
All right, let's go through it real quick. You say you're 1 for 1 with the Rams.
Hold on.
Are you picking
yesterday I changed it to San Francisco.
Oh my God. I did the same thing on the afternoon underdogs.
Did you?
I mean, for the same reason, this is why be very wary of me picking the Bills, because that was basically the same reasoning that I had, like who needed the game more.
Yep, the Niners certainly did, and they did not rise to the occasion. They had people walking off the field. All right, who'd you go with, Chiefs or Browns?
Chiefs.
Okay. Bengals or Titans?
Bengals.
Commanders or Saints?
Commanders.
Ravens or Giants?
Ravens.
Cowboys or Panthers?
Cowboys.
The Panthers are going to sneak that one out.
You think so?
Jets or Jags?
Jets.
Okay. Houston or Miami?
Houston.
Oh, so you went against your pick on the inside drive pick 'em.
Yeah.
Broncos Colts?
Broncos.
Bills Lions?
I went with the Lions, but you know what? I'm changing it.
Are you?
Bills, yeah.
I went with the Bills, too.
Yeah.
Steelers and Eagles.
Eagles.
Okay. I'm consistent. I went with the Steelers in that one. All right. Cardinals, Patriots.
Cardinals.
Okay. Chargers, Bucks.
Chargers.
Packers, Seahawks.
Packers.
Vikings, Bears.
I went Vikings.
Falcons, Raiders.
I've got the Falcons right now, but I think I may be changing that to
the Raiders.
I don't know.
They didn't have a quarterback.
Okay, let's go Falcons.
All right. So, I mean, I pretty much at this point, it's like I told Liam. He's like, you're not going to catch Jay. He'd have to have like a terrible week, and at this point in the season, you just kind of know who's going to win games and who's not going to win games. But yeah, the Inside Drive Fantasy Football League playoffs get underway, or are now underway after yesterday's game with a couple matchups there. I'm taking on Hyde and Zeke, and the other playoff matchup is, who is it? It's Jeff's Supreme Team and the Jackson 8. Who did Jeff have with 17? Oh, Puka Nacua. So he's off to a good start there. Projected at 129, and the Jackson 8 is projected at 129.7. Don't forget, it is 2 full weeks of fantasy. So, just because you get that first week doesn't mean you get the second one, but you obviously want to start off good. You want to have a good round on the front 9 so you can have a good round on the back.
That's right.
Hanley.
Which never really correlates for golfers like myself, but we try.
Hey,
it's all golfers.
Yeah. Well, it's that definitive, like, oh, I'm done with the front 9, so now it's completely new. Well, now it's still one score that adds up to
That's right.
Jay, real quick, takeaways from today.
Takeaway. Aaron Bearden's got a lot of cool stuff going on over there.
That he does.
That instant replay.
That he does. I appreciate him announcing that, too, here on the Inside Drive. I know a lot of people were listening or commenting on Facebook while he was talking about that. But just more cool stuff that they continue to do down there. So go support Aaron Bearden Instant Replay Sports Cards. They've been doing it for over, I think, a combined 50 years, if you listen to David Hayes' beautiful voice in their ad on ESPN.
And stay away from hippopotamuses.
What?
Yep. Hippos. Dangerous.
But play Hungry Hippos.
Yeah, you can play that. Just don't play it with real hippos.
Oh, that's what I was talking about. I was going to take a tour to one of the zoos and see how long I could last. Oh, those were some hungry hippos.
Yes, sir.
You're getting those jaws, you're toast. Afternoon Underdogs coming up at 4. We'll be back next week. Y'all have a great weekend. Enjoy the NFL slate. Bunch of them right here on ESPN Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Colin Cowherd.
Josh Allen is the greatest quarterback talent I've ever seen. Huge arm, 255, and produced 400-plus yards. Again, he's done it 11 times. And you know what his record is in those games? 5-6. This franchise continues